I am pretty excited about today's video. We're gonna hike up to the summit of Mount Hollywood. This is not where the Hollywood sign is, but this is the second highest peak in Griffith Park, and you're gonna get great views of the Hollywood sign, Griffith Observatory, and downtown LA, as well as the Berlin Forest, Tiffany and Co lookout, Captain's Roost, then the summit of Mount Hollywood, and then Dante's View on the way down. This hike is only about a 3-mile loop. Parking up at Griffith Observatory is $10 an hour. So what I've done is park down here at the Greek Theater for free, and I'm gonna take the dash up. The dash runs about every 20 minutes, so it should be here any time now. I think that's an easier way to get up. You can also hike up, but it's closer to the end of the day. The sun is going to be going down in about an hour, and I don't want to risk starting the hike up with the sun going down. So anyway, let's get started. So you can see Griffith Observatory is behind me. The trailway is in the opposite direction on the other side of the parking lot. All right, so we're at the start of the trailhead. It's called the Charlie Turner Trailhead, and you can see there is a map right over here that shows us where we're going and how long it's going to take to get there. So you can see the sun is coming low on the horizon. Let's get started. I am already out of breath, and we have only gone 250 feet into this hike. This is our first stop, the Berlin Forest. Berlin is a sister city to Los Angeles, and in 1990 they planted these trees from Berlin here, and they planted trees from Los Angeles in Berlin. So at the time they planted them in 1990, they were just little teeny tiny seedlings, but look how much they've grown. You can also get some great views here. There are picnic tables, there are benches to sit on. So this is a pretty cool place. If you don't do the rest of the hike, I'm having second thoughts myself, not really, but 250 feet up is the Berlin Forest. It's definitely worth it to trek up at least this far. So I'm going to take a deep breath and keep going. So you can see the long and winding trail. Our first or one of our stops on this is the palm trees up there. That is called Captain's Roost. This bridge goes over the road that the dash took to get up to Griffith Park. It goes through the tunnel. That is what this bridge is going over, the tunnel. Even though we just came from Griffith Observatory, as you are making this hike up to the top of Mount Hollywood, you will get great views of Griffith Observatory in the distance, and behind it, downtown LA. This is the Tiffany and Co lookout. This is the jewelry company, Tiffany. They started a foundation in 2000 that focused on philanthropic environmental projects. Their focus is mostly mining and marine life and coral reefs and things like that. So I'm not exactly sure why they gave the funding here for this lookout, but I'm glad they did. If you're here for the sunset, the sun is going down right there, and you have a fantastic view of the Hollywood sign right there. Time is not my friend today. The sun is quickly going down. I had hoped to get to the summit before that happened, but I may not make it. Fingers crossed. All right, the sun has gone down and I've just made it to the Captain's Roost. I'm not sure if I'll be able to make it to the rest of the hike or not, but Captain's Roost is important. It has a very interesting story that I wanted to tell you about. This is the first of 3 gardens in Griffith Park that were created by an individual. The person who created this is an unknown man called the Captain. He was called the Captain because he wore a captain's hat, and he would be up here every day starting in the 1940s and developing this entire garden. When he was done with it, it was a very lush, beautiful garden, but it was devastated by a fire in 2007. So all that remains are these palm trees. Now, when the captain passed away, stewardship of this went to a woman named Mrs. Pivnick. I love that name because it rhymes with nitpick, and that's what she did. She didn't actually do any of the gardening here. She would sit on a bench and she would nitpick what the other volunteers were doing. And she would yell at them and just generally be disagreeable. One of those was a man named Dante Orgolini, and he was a Brazilian journalist, and one day he had enough. So he threw his shovel down and he said, "You will never see me again." And then he went to the eastern side of Griffith Park and he started the second of the 3 community created gardens. And that's called Dante's View. I'm still hoping we can get over to Dante's View. We may not be able to, but anyway, this is the Captain's Roost. And you'll get great views here. There are benches you can sit at and just look out at this fabulous scenery. All right, I am gonna keep trying to get to the top. The thing that worries me is besides the fact that I'm so tired, my sunglasses are prescription. And I forgot to bring my regular glasses. So when it gets dark, it's too dark to see with my glasses. And if I take my glasses off, it's too blurry to see. So, all right, just keep going. The view of the skyline at sunset is beautiful. Even if I'm not sure I'll make it to the top. We're almost there. I made it here to the top, to the summit of Mount Hollywood. You get 360 degrees, amazing views. Now that the sun has gone down, you get the city lights as well as the glow from the sunset. It's pretty spectacular. You know what, I didn't even think about this, but I have the flashlight on my cell phone. I'm gonna be fine going down. So I made it back to my car. This was a fantastic hike. I wish I had gotten started sooner, and hopefully you can learn from my mistakes. I hope this helps you find your adventure. Thank you for watching.